I remember now.
All right, back on track.
So have you ever heard about those pictures of like old like 20th century pictures where like people have like it almost looks like they're holding a cell phone?
Yeah,
What is that shit? What do you think that is?
I don't know, because I've wondered that too,
What's
because
going on there?
I can't fully believe in that stuff with how things are with Photoshop and this and that. Like, you gotta take it all with a grain of salt. Just like the things we talk about on this podcast, you gotta take it with a grain of salt because it's all theoretical. Just like those pictures, it'd be fascinating if they are real because you can't really explain it. Because either it is a time traveler of some kind, or just someone. Oh,
Or it could be just like a different advanced being.
that. Or so I can tell you a couple of stories, but the main one I want to tell just real quick to give an example of what I'm about to say. There's this dude, I think he was in the Philippines. He was a guard. It was like way, way back, early centuries or whatever, fucking probably 13th century. I don't know when the fuck. But he was a guard and of a palace and shit. Fell asleep on duty. Woke up in Mexico somehow. Like he was in the Philippines, woke up in Mexico. And had no idea how the fuck he ended up there. And these Mexicans even were like, wondering who the fuck he was because Filipinos had never even made it to Mexico yet. I guess they'd never traded with them, nothing. So Mexicans didn't even really know what a Filipino looked like, and they saw him in this weird outfit and thought he was a spy of some kind or whatever. So they locked him up. Years later, fucking Filipinos finally made it to Mexico, and these Filipino dudes that were trading with the Mexicans, they were walking by this jail or whatever, and the dude was in the jail, the Filipino, and they're like, yo, they recognized him. We're like, where the fuck you go? You were guarding that palace and you just disappeared and you're in Mexico? And then, like, explaining, like, I don't know how I even got here. I fucking fell asleep when I woke up here and shit. And so they took him back after they explained to the Mexicans that they knew who he was and stuff. They let him out of prison and they took him back to the Philippines and he lived the rest of his life, whatever. But he swears he fell asleep and just woke up in Mexico. So, which there's no other explanation. He couldn't have taken a boat and ended up there in the same day and all that shit. Like, well, the fuck did he end up in Mexico? So, in that, there's a lot of stories very similar to that. So, in saying that, I think there are just vortexes and whatnot, energy spots, whether it's, and it's weird because I think they are in specific areas, which actually, I have a list here on my journal, in my crazy person map. Oh, yeah, for you listeners, this is one of my crazy people maps. Don't screenshot it. It's got important top secret information. But, no,
They'll sue you.
it's copyrighted. Men in Black might be after me. But, no, just like there are specific areas around the world. Bermuda Triangle, Skinwalker Ranch, Alaska Triangle, Dragon's Triangle, a bunch of places. There's even one on the East Coast, and they're all over the place. These vortexes are these energy spots. Even I think the pyramids are based on one, and a bunch of the megaliths because those are chakra points. Some people say like Mount Shasta. That's a vortex area because it's, I think, the throat chakra, just a chakra of the earth and stuff. And same with some other, like the Himalayan mountains. I think they're for sure a chakra of the earth and stuff. That area has just an energy. That's very important. Just like us, we have chakras and aura and whatnot, vibrations that we're all linked up spiritually. Like I said, we need to be focusing on the spiritual, not just the physical, lifting weights and physical shit all the time. We gotta get in tuned with our more spiritual, trippy side. So, anyways, I just think there are points on the earth, though, but it's so random. Sometimes you hear these stories where someone falls asleep and they wake up in a different time, or just wake up. So it's just trippy, bro. Like, it really does make it seem like time is an illusion if people can literally just fucking
It's almost too like a glitch.
It's yes, it's like a glitch in the Matrix or
Yeah.
a simulation. They just glitch out like a video game almost.
They just rendered in the wrong spot
Yeah.
at the wrong time. They shouldn't have.
Absolutely. Yeah, so
It's so strange.
it is indeed.